All right, hey.
Hello.
This is Robert and Maria. Last second, we're kind of jumping in there, diving in, and this is going to be an exciting show. And we want you to dive in as well. DM us right now if you have any real estate related questions. Welcome to the Let's Talk Real Estate live Facebook Live show. And hey, I'm wearing number 92. Give it up for number 92. If you don't know who number 92 is with the Ravens, and of course this is playoff week, we're going to be playing against Tennessee Titans. But if you don't know who number 92 is, look it up real quick. DM me right now and let us know. Let us all know who number 92 is. Give it up. Props for number 92. If you are a lineman at heart, you know who number 92 is. And this is the only jersey that I own. So
for now,
I'm excited. For now, anyway.
They're on their way.
Exactly. And of course, one of my big Christmas gifts this year is my Yeti mug. And of course, I had to put the sticker on there of the great Lamar. We're excited. He's going to pull us through, right?
We would, not just him, but the whole team, right?
The whole team, of course,
right?
Exactly.
But he is.
But they've
superstar.
gathered around. They've gathered around him, and they're really rooting for him. And he's really doing a great job leading this team. So we're excited for them. And in just a couple of days. And by the way, just whispering, I was down in Towson this morning. They had blocked off an entire block right next to the courthouse. So the Ravens showed up. A couple of the old-time players showed up. Some of the cheerleaders were there. They were throwing out shirts to the crowd. And the bird, the Ravens bird was there, the Raven. And they had a wonderful time of pictures and things like that. So guess who's coming to Bel Air on Friday? That's right.
You mean tomorrow?
Well, it's exactly.
Right.
It's tomorrow. So just let me give you a little hint here.
So while he's looking that up.
So tomorrow, no, I got it right here. So Friday, January 10th, you want to be, if you're in town between 12 and 1, at the intersection of Churchville Road, Route 22, and Main Street, which is Route 924.
Hi, Natalie. Thank you for tuning in.
You want to be in Bel Air. You definitely want to be in Bel Air. Hey, Nat, how are you, babe?
So we want to thank Stephanie Nay for posting that and reminding us. We saw that after the game the last game. They had advertised that. It's the first time I've ever seen that before. But Stephanie, who is with our county executive, Barry Glassman's office, she had posted that to remind us. To remind everybody on Facebook about that. So we love that. Thank you, Stephanie, for giving that a shout out.
That's right.
And
exactly.
we do want to wish Lamar Jackson a happy belated birthday.
That's right.
We hope you had a great day, and we hope you're feeling much, much better. Our prayers are going to be with you on Saturday at 8 p.m.
That's right. There's going to be 2 players, by the way, that's going to be in Bel Air tomorrow, and it's going to be Edwin Molitano and Chris McAllister. Chris McAllister is going to be there. So make plans to be there tomorrow. And also another event that I want to give a shout out to that's always an exciting event for Baltimore. And this is down in Baltimore City, by the way. And I want to, if I could pull it up here. Maria, you want to chime in anything as I pull this up event? And this is the ice. This is the Harbor Point Ice Festival. This is an ice carving competition and ice sculpture walk. This is always fun to do, and this is down in the Harbor Point, January 11th,
Mr. Scott Norman,
2020, between 12 and 6. Between 12 and 6 tomorrow. On January 11th, it's an ice carving competition, ice sculpting walk. They have for the kids, and you are going to have a blast. You're going to have a fantastic time down there. So bring the kids, and they're going to have all kinds of food vendors and things like that. And that's down in Baltimore City on January 11th. So I wanted to give a shout out to those couple events that are happening. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Great that you chimed in. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Scott's one of our preferred vendors. He's one of our preferred mortgage lenders.
We love him. He's awesome.
He's worked with many of our clients, and we're so glad that he chimed in.
Gives everybody a great deal, communicates well, and he gets the job done. And
exactly.
He's great to work with.
Thanks, Scott, for being with us, and we appreciate that.
And then Andrew.
And Andrew's with us.
And his beautiful wife, Amanda, and their beautiful family.
Hey,
They've
Andrew.
been awesome clients, great referrals, and they just are good people. And their family too. Their parents were our clients as well. So we love having them around and just getting to know them and becoming part of the MHT family. So thank you, Andrew.
So again, this is a half-hour program. It's a live. It's a Q&A format. So it's a question-answer format. It's Let's Talk Real Estate. Any of your real estate questions, we want to be able to answer them within this half hour. So if you have any real estate-related questions, anything at all. Now, we're not attorneys, so we can't answer any legal questions.
Correct.
However, if you DM us or if you happen to ask us those questions offline, we'll be more than happy to answer them through. We have an attorney on board who's also our broker, Robert Brendel. He's a fantastic attorney, knows a lot about real estate. Of course, he's our broker, and we'll be more than happy to get those answered for you. You can reach out through us, of course, through Facebook. Which is great at Maryland Homes Team as well.
So thank you, Debbie, for tuning in. And Bianca, Aunt Riri says hello to you, too. You look beautiful in all your pictures all the time.
Exactly.
So we love that you guys are chiming in today or tonight. Oh my goodness, it's been such a crazy day. I don't know about you all. I feel like last Thursday I was saying Monday like all day long. And then the snow, which I love the snow. I just wish schools were just a tad bit later so everybody wasn't in maybe danger because of the icy roads. But I know my Chloe sat out because she's in a magnet program, and so she gets the bus at, of course, Fallston here, and then goes to North Harford, which, yay to their natural resources program. It's awesome, and we're very grateful and for that program that Harford County offers. But she waited like an hour for her bus, and both Rob and I had to go to work, and I'm sure there were a truckload of other parents out there, hustling their kids around, having to get to work and making plans for them. And we do want to say thank you to all those bus drivers that were out there on those icy roads, because I'm sure that was, very scary.
Pretty treacherous.
It
was pretty really treacherous roads, and I think some people actually got injured out there. And there was some really late snow sprawls that came in that they didn't really know that it was going to happen that way, so it caused some buses to be delayed. And
okay, so
it was
what
very
did you call
unfortunate.
it? A sprawl?
Snow sprawls, isn't that how you?
I thought it was a squall.
Squall. Okay,
maybe somebody can correct
me if I'm wrong. Is it a snow sprawl
I'm
or
off tonight.
Snow squall?
Well,
snow squall. Is that Indian for snow sprawl?
Okay, did the phone beep for everybody like an Amber Alert like early in the morning? Because I thought, oh my God, what's going on?
Yeah, I answered my phone. I'm looking at my phone thinking it was an Amber Alert like really early in the morning.
I have never seen that before.
I never saw it before either.
And I'm not even sure the purpose of it because schools were still 2 hours late.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway.
No, wait a minute. Debbie just chimed in and said squall.
Thank you, Debbie.
So wait a minute.
I thought I was
squall?
right. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so is that...
So the weather in Cecil was crazy too. Were they 2 hours late, Andrew? How many hours were they late? Or did they close schools?
So Andrew pipes in and says it was crazy up here in Cecil as well. So in Cecil County, it was crazy weather up there as well. So we appreciate that, Andrew. But... snow squall. So I learned something. I thought it was like, what did I just say? Sprawl? Okay.
I thought I was right. That's normal.
So one of the topics that I just wanted to chime in on, just something between if we have any questions that come in, before we do that, I just want to make sure that those that are coming in to us live right now, you're going to be entered into a drawing. By the way, I don't care who it is. You're going to be entered into a drawing at the end of our program for a gift card, by the way. So it's only for those that come in live, by the way. So if you watch our program after live, you're not going to be entered into the drawing. But just a way of saying thank you for taking your time for this half-hour program.
Yes,
and
thank you.
And we appreciate that. So. And that's for a gift card. So you don't have to basically ask a question or anything like that.
And Carly won our gift card giveaway last week.
Yeah.
And her gift card is in the mail already.
Her gift card's in the mail, so we appreciate that.
We were excited for that. So yes, Cecil was 2 hours late too, and their weather was crazy as well. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know about you, but I'm a fan of the snow. I like to be snowed in. John Jones, how are you? Snow squall.
John Jones, a snow squall.
Or moderately heavy snow call with blowing snow and a strong, gutsy surface.
John Jones, you're the best.
It.
John, I love John.
Okay,
He's
you
great.
know, you could tell he's married to a teacher.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I love it.
Yeah, I love
Diana,
John.
you're doing a good job.
Exactly.
But anyway,
John's the best. So I appreciate that, John, chiming in like that.
So
one of the topics that we just wanted to discuss real quick, and that is open houses. So we have several clients that we love to go to open houses with them. For some reason, they feel like we love to go to open houses. In fact, if you go to our website at searchmydreamhome.com, we actually have a tab on there where you can click on and actually see upcoming open houses. And for some reason, people love to go to Starbucks, grab a coffee, right? And we did the same thing. We did the same thing when we were looking for houses, and we would go on a Sunday morning or Saturday morning
after church.
After church, of course.
You might have gone Sunday morning.
Well, back in the day when they had open houses on Sunday morning, and Saturdays now is the trend.
Saturday is very popular.
Saturdays are very popular for open houses.
And they went from like 3 to 4 hours to like 2 hours.
Exactly, right?
So let's be honest. We could all take a look at a house in 15 to 20 minutes and know, are we going to like it or not?
So you grab your coffee. Yeah, so you grab your coffee, and then we love to just get in the car and go to maybe 3 or 4 different open houses. And many times we wouldn't want to bug our realtor, our agent. We would just want to go ourselves. So what we want to do is be able to help you strategize. Be able to go out and take a look at these open houses, and then that way you can report back to your agent, whoever you're working with. If you're already working with an agent, if you're working with one of us, that's great. But we want to be able to help you be able to maximize the best possible way your open house strategy. And so grab a notebook. So if you grab a notebook and you walk into your very first open house, it's more than likely going to be a real estate agent that's going to greet you at the door, and you're simply...
Well, it has to be, doesn't it?
Not necessarily.
Unless it's like a for sale by owner.
If it's a sale by owner, it's going to be the owner of the home, things like that. But what you want to do is be able to gather as much information as possible. So you want to grab a notebook, and you want to be able to walk around and take as many notes as possible. It's very important because that first house that you're going to look at, I promise you, by the time you get to that 4th or 5th house at the end of the day, you're going to forget about the first house.
So take notes. I know that when if we can't make it to an open house, or if one of our clients, was planning to go at the last minute, I always encourage them to take notes. And of course they always, let the other agents know, because we're the same way. If we have an open house and one of your clients come there, we're going to respect agency. We're definitely going to respect that, and just try to be as helpful as possible. So one thing I noticed this week when I did a showing in Hunt Valley, and I was showing, so this is just a reminder for you as you're going in by yourself to an open house, is it was dark, and we walked in, and of course sometimes when you go to open houses, the front door is already open, you have a storm door, but look at the lock. The lock fell off when I opened it, and I opened it very gently. I wasn't rough. And then when I looked around, the whole casing of the doorway was small spots of black mold. Now, if I didn't shine my light, I might not have noticed it. I might have just walked in because a lot of it was completely redone. So, I was looking at, those floors are beautiful. The paint is great. But then I saw the mold, and because it's just what I do, I pay attention to the details. Do that. I would check it out when you walk in, and if you're going without an agent or with your agent, but, look around the door frame, because door frames aren't cheap to replace. Even locks. What did we pay for our last lock set when we moved 10 years ago?
It could easily be $100. Depending on what type of locks you buy.
If you get a good one.
Exactly. A real nice one for your front door or something.
And we know some of our great home warranty companies do, they do rekeying, for free or just the service charge, a couple locks. I have to have, Anna or Craig pipe in one time and let me know about that for sure. But so that's one thing. When you're going to an open house, I would definitely look at that. Look at the front door. Sometimes you go in the side doors, but typically it's the front door. But I would check it out.
But if you go in with your notebook, you definitely want to take a look at maybe the condition of the carpet, if it needs to be stretched, if it has stains, because that's going to be some real dollars that you're going to have to spend to be able to replace those items, such as the paint that's on the walls, if it's really scarred up, or if it's not the right colors for you, or maybe there's some harsh colors in some of the rooms, then you want things to be neutral. Other things would be such as the condition of the deck, maybe outside, or maybe even the basement. It has maybe a musty smell and you want to question whether or not it's been waterproofed or something like that. Write those notes down, because when you go back to your agent that you're working with, or if you're not working with an agent, you want to discuss that with another agent. You want to be able to go back and say, listen, I just looked at 123 Smith Avenue on Saturday afternoon, and I have some questions. I really love this house. However, there's some real dollars I need to be able to I'm going to have to spend on this house. And can you inquire about these specific questions that I have? And these are the questions, okay? So really do your homework. Really go in there and be aggressive about it. There's going to be some properties that, of course, you're going to discount right away. You're going to walk in and the flow just isn't right. Maybe the kitchen's in the front part of the house and you want it to be in the back of the house. And that's okay. There's going to be some properties you're going to discount.
But
you know what?
Know that
that's right. Enjoy your time with your husband. Enjoy your time maybe by yourself. If you're single and you're looking to buy a house by yourself, enjoy that latte, get back in that car and get to the next open house. Because they're only there for a couple of hours, okay? So plan your open houses strategically, but if you really fall in love with that particular house, don't discount it just because of the paint and the carpet and maybe a little bit of a musty smell, okay? Because I can tell you right now, 99% of those sellers are going to work with you. I promise you, okay? So don't discount that property, okay? So again, the strategies and that little sign that we have behind you there, open houses behind my lovely wife. My wife is always in front of that sign.
We need to cover up the
I need to move
switch.
up. I need to move that sign, right? I need to move that sign, exactly.
Here, maybe if I scoot over, I can cover the
exactly. Now, Andrew,
like my hair.
Andrew brought up a good point here. Andrew says smart locks are around $140, and Andrew is exactly right. So smart locks is a good way to go.
So is that just one lock? Just one lock, like not the front door and the back door?
So let me explain a couple of things about smart locks. So smart locks, Andrew hit a good point there. So smart locks, you could put smart locks in your home, like let's say the front door and the back door, and you can actually rekey that smart lock without replacing the lock itself. If I'm not mistaken. I'm correct there. So you can actually rekey that lock without switching the lock set out, and that's a smart lock. Now they actually have come out with it's one lock. Andrew actually said it's one lock. Yeah, it's one lock. Exactly.
You know, we've been trying to recruit him into real estate.
Exactly.
He is amazing.
Yeah, Andrew
pays attention to the details.
Andrew is a multiple client of ours. We've sold and he's bought several homes with us, and we love him. He's a favorite client of ours.
He's bought very smart and done well every time.
He's done very well with us, with him and his family, beautiful family, and so I've learned quite a bit of a few things from him, and I appreciate that. But and actually they've made locks now where you can it's an app on your phone, so you can actually open up the front lock of your home with your phone, and it'll actually open up the lock. You can let somebody in your home and actually relock it when they leave your property. So it's pretty neat.
So if somebody got your phone, hopefully there'd be a code to that or something.
I would hope that there's probably a code to that. Exactly.
Just asking. You know, that's the mom and me.
Exactly.
Security, safety, all these things. So Rob used a word that I might correct, because this is just what I do, former teacher in me, is when he said, when you go to open houses, you want to be aggressive. I'm not sure that would be the best word, but paying attention to the details would be a great word. And feel free to come back and take a second look, or schedule a second showing with your agent or with whoever you choose to come back with.
Well, that's an important point, Maria, because if you really like the house at the open house, make sure, of course, you let the agent know that you're working with an agent. If you do like the property, of course, let them know that you're working with an agent. But go ahead and schedule a formal showing with an agent, because that agent's going to have maybe a few more details about the property that you may not be able to get that information through the open house. Because remember, there's going to be maybe some other people there at the open house, and that agent's not going to be able to answer all your questions for you.
Although typically a lot of, I'm going to give kudos to all of our coworkers out there with us and our agents. They do fabulous jobs on their open houses. But I know one house we had on Old Joppa one time, and we had two agents there, knowing it was going to be a good sale. It was priced right, single family, had a garage, just perfect. Property, everybody wants a garage, everybody wants their own little driveway, who doesn't want a Cape Cod. But then we had about 16 people in there walking at the same time. Of course, there were no personal items in there. We weren't worried about anything like that. But we couldn't talk to everybody. Of course, we tried. I think we probably did talk to everybody, but, hopefully we answered all the questions. But sometimes that happens, so you can always reach back out about that. But, open houses are great. Even new homes, when you're going to go look at them. Some people think you don't need an agent for a new home. But, there's a huge contract to look over, and that's important.
Exactly.
And to know, what does that say in there? What's included? What's not included? Do you need to use their title company? Do they offer a great binder, title binder with that?
Sure.
That's what we had a class on recently about. The new homes had less of a coverage for a title binder. That's a whole other story. I won't get into that.
Well, another thing to do at the open house, so keep this in mind. If you are working with an agent, please go ahead and feel free to ask your agent for several business cards and let them know that that you might be going to a couple of open houses.
Right.
Sometimes that makes agents feel uncomfortable. It certainly doesn't make us feel uncomfortable because we are going to educate you on what to do, what not to do at an open house. But feel free because that agent that is hosting that open house on behalf of their seller is going to ask you to register. Go ahead and register. Go ahead and put your name, put down your agent's information. You don't have to you don't have to put down your personal phone number, but because that agent's not going to reach out to you personally if you put down the fact that you are being represented by an agent. But go ahead and put down your agent's information down if you would like, because that agent is going to follow up with your agent just to find out the level of interest that you have with that property. And that's okay. Start that communication, especially if it's a property that you're interested in. So that is just one part of the journey as far as if you're in the home buying process. So we're excited to just to bring up that little bit of a content with you. So if you have any questions, I know we're kind of winding down a little bit on the show here. We have about 7-8 minutes left here. So if you do have any real estate questions, if you are a little shy in asking us in a live format, that's okay. We did receive several questions outside of our last episode, which is fine. We were able to answer those questions. We're not going to go live with those questions right now because people do want to ask privately. We found that. And that was one of the reasons why we want to do it privately, but we want to do a live show as well to be able to answer those questions. We found that a lot of people don't want to get into like a seminar type of setting or a large group where they have to uncomfortably raise their hand in front of a group of people and feel like they're in a high-pressured scenario. We love to be able to sit down with our clients and one-on-one and be able to talk to them and answer their questions.
Absolutely.
And we love this type of format as well because we want to be able to answer your questions live and have other people participate as well. So yeah. So
we have a lot of new home buyers coming out of the woodwork. Young, I love it. It just makes me so happy to help these young kids coming out of college, which was me one day a long time ago maybe, and they're 19, they're 21, and they're like, Maria, I just starting the process, I have money saved, can you help me? And putting them in the right direction, and we're actually going to go see houses this weekend. So kudos to them for making the American dream, happen, and we're here to help them make that happen. That's right. Our pride and joy of being part of this business is, helping people's dreams come true. So, any questions and any doubt, we, last Saturday, Sunday, we met with a young couple from church that we just love, and they were afraid they needed 20% down for their first home purchase. And they were nervous to talk to us because they weren't sure that they had 20% down. And that wasn't the case. That's just it. We hear things, different things, and that's why just, text us, call us, either way, and, ask. We don't mind. There's no question that's ever foolish.
We just want to be a resource of information for you. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
No high pressured sales, nothing of that. We want to be a resource. I have people that literally ask me every other day, how's the market? How's the market? How's the market? And we share that information with them. And I never ask them, hey, are you looking to sell? Are you looking to sell? When are you going to sell? No, I give them that information because I know eventually we're going to establish that relationship and they're going to sell with me. We just met basically a couple of days ago, and we have actually a property coming up that we've already listed the property basically, but we were just talking to them about staging the property. So it's not all about representing buyers. buyers, obviously we sell properties as well. Absolutely. And we talk to them about staging, possibly even staging the property. And that's another service that we provide. We have a couple of stagers, one in particular that we absolutely love that we worked several times with, even in 2019. So if you have any questions, let's say you've been in your house for 10, 15, 20 plus years, and you're like, well, Rob, I need to sell my house, but I don't even know where to start. I have 25, 30 years worth of things that I've got to get through. I don't even know where to begin. You know where to begin? You begin by DM us through Facebook, giving us a call, texting us, giving us a call. Let us make that appointment. Let us walk through the house with you, because we know we're experts at just starting the decluttering process, starting the process of moving the things out, thinning things out in your home, and starting that. Just making that phone call and getting the process starting, because once everything is cleared out and done, and we have a clean slate to work with, now we can begin even the staging process. And it's amazing. We can do a complete transformation. We sold a luxury home a couple of years ago. Well, not even a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, where we went from a house that was completely just overwhelmed with personal effects to a home that was an absolute stunning condition, where we had a stager come in and stage it with furniture. We did a full video, and it was a luxury home.
Which typically takes, 8 to 12, 16 months to sell, and we did it way less time than that.
Yep. And it was absolutely gorgeous.
In the winter time, absolutely. So, and that's just it. We have those resources for you. We were talking last week about plumbers and people to put decks on, and contractors and different things like that. We have the resources. Just reach out, give us a call.
That's right. And we brought in a stager, and I tell you, and this is where it comes down to. It comes down to, it matters who you work with. It matters who you work with professionally, and it matters who you work with even financially. So remember that. So that's something you really need to think about, to focus on, and just bring your questions to us, because that is where you need to start. So we're excited about that.
We are.
So
go ahead, Rob.
No, go ahead.
So we hope to see you tomorrow at in Harford County, right there.
We're going to be there.
Churchville Road, and I believe it's Route 1, cheering on the Ravens, and we're going to be cheering them on Saturday as well, so go Ravens. But our motto here with Maryland Homes Team and just this show is we're better together. God's word says 2 are better than 1, and we totally believe that. So I'm going to share something real quick, and we'll touch more on this next week. Our church, Freedom Church, is also getting a mission trip together that Rob will have the privilege of being part of, and our daughter Chloe. And they will be leaving at the end of February, but they're also working with the Amani Foundation, because I believe there's an Amani children's home there with 50 orphans, and we go there to help with sustainability, clean water, food, teaching classes, how to cook, how to grow. Let me see what else they're saying, that there's all kinds of great projects they're going to be doing, building projects as well, and helping provide support for the children's growing homes. So they are collecting some donations, and I know, Rob, some donations have already been made, but we would like to start funding some of that and start supporting. And if you'd like to be a part of that too, they're needing things like they want to teach cooking. So they're even taking anything slightly used, any kind of cordless batteries for building. We have like a circular saw, drill, a trim, router, sander, some hand tools like a tape measure, which I know I lose mine all the time, carpenter pencils, utility knives, and we're going to post the list. And they're also looking for sports things for the kids. I don't know if you've ever seen Franklin Graham's ministry, Operation Christmas Child, but when they send those boxes out and the kids get little things like the little bouncy balls and a toothbrush, they're like ecstatic, things that we take for granted, or I probably throw away when I find them on the ground. But they want things like soccer balls, footballs in my father's country, small hand pumps to inflate those balls, which we lose ours all the time, 20-foot parachute, glow necklaces, glow sticks, simple things we can just pick up at the dollar store. Of course, we're going to be wanting to contribute to this as well. But if you'd like to be a part of that, we would love that. So just let us know. If you'd like to contribute, we're 2103 Belair Road. If you see us at church, or if you just want to drop something by, please do that.
So we're going to post the list on our Facebook page. We're going to respect your time. We're running a little over right now, but we're going to post the list on our business Facebook page. So if you want to check that list out. But before you make any donations, please contact me directly, and I'll let you know exactly what we need. We're kind of limited on space as far as being able to pack things and get them over there, because we have to take them over there physically. We can't actually ship things over there. But as far as let's go ahead and wrap the show up. We appreciate those that have chimed in. We are so excited about this show and the direction that it's taken in. We have some special guests that are going to be coming up in the near future that you're going to be excited to be able to see, and it's going to change the direction of this show. Remember that what's the motto that you like to share?
We're better together.
We're better together, and remember that it's that we are we're excited that you have joined us on our Facebook Live show. But it matters. Go Ravens, and it matters who you work with financially. So remember that.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.